if you have as we have now, a Christian Prime Minister who says we live in a Christian country, why do we need your party?
Okay, because basically this government is not pursuing Christian policies. There are a lot of reports, because this is a European election, that are currently coming to the European Parliament on issues, for instance, like abortion. One of the proposals is going to take away the right of a doctor to refuse to conduct an abortion. Other proposals are saying they want to dictate what's taught in our schools on sex education. This is the Estrella report, there's the Lunica report, etc. The Conservatives have abstained on all these reports. There's no opposition coming from the Conservative Party.
But there are strong Christians on both sides of the House. For people who think like you, would there not be more progress? Would you not be more likely to influence the debate if you concentrated your votes on getting these people elected rather than your own people? Because you and I both know you're not going to win any seats.
No, I don't accept we're not going to win any seats. This is a tremendous opportunity for us. There are an enormous number of Christians that have left the Conservative Party over the issue of same-sex marriage. Sadly, too many of them have gone to UKIP. But I think they're beginning to find that UKIP doesn't provide a natural home for Christians because there's issues of racism in UKIP.
UKIP's made life difficult for you, though, hasn't it? You would probably be doing better if UKIP didn't exist.
Not necessarily. I mean, UKIP have brought the whole issue of Europe onto the agenda. And they provide an attractive alternative which hasn't really existed before. It's only existed fairly recently. But people need to see that actually, I don't believe the majority of people in this country want to live under a UKIP government, frankly. But I think they would be happy to live under a Christian People's Alliance government.
You do?
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, let's just look a little bit at that then. The Pope said last year, if a person is gay and seeks God and has goodwill, who am I to judge? Would you welcome votes from gay people?
Well, of course. I mean, we don't judge people because of their lifestyle. We're not against people. It's the principles on which we stand.
But earlier this year, UKIP cancer said that the floods in Britain were due to gay marriage. You wouldn't accept that?
No, I think the way he said it was completely wrong.
The way he said it?
The way he said it.
What about the substance of what he said?
I think all Christians believe that God does and can do things with nature. I think if David Sylvester had...
Because he was gay?
No,
because of gay marriage?
Well, I think a lot of Christians believe that God is angry over gay marriage, and God can actually show that anger. Well, I think where Councillor David Sylvester was wrong was to be adamant that this is the case. If he'd said, I think it's possible that this could be the case, I think then the majority of Christians, I would certainly agree with that. It is possible.
You tweeted that if the head of the Environment Agency, Chris Smith, one of the first openly gay politicians in British public life, if he resigned, the floods would stop.
I said if he resigned, the floods would stop.
Yeah, you said Chris Smith, prominent gay, former vicar, is like Job. If he resigns from the head of Environment Agency and repents, I'm sure the floods will stop.
OK, well, I don't know quite where that quote has come from, but...
February the 7th, that's from your tweets.
Well, very clever. One of the problems, obviously, on Twitter is you only have very few words to say what you want to say.
But you made very good use of them. It's quite clear what you said here. I mean, if gay people could change the weather, wouldn't that make them God's anointed people?
I think, quite honestly, we're delving into an area which is quite honestly not of interest to the my people.
No, but you are socially conservative. I mean, just let you lay out your stuff. You're socially conservative, aren't you?
What I will say categorically is that as a Christian, I believe God is involved in every aspect of society. God is certainly very interested in marriage. Marriage is a pillar of society. Marriage is vitally important to us. And I believe children need a mother and a father, and they need that stability. And the breakdown of marriage is actually costing this country at the moment some 46 billion, and those are government figures, and they say it's going to rise to 49 billion. We actually do need to do something about it, and it does matter.
And that is what in America would be regarded as the socially conservative Christian view. That's what you represent in this country. I'm right. I think from what you said on gay marriage, on whether children should be brought up by two parents of the same sex or so on. These are your core issues.
I would say I am a Christian, and a Christian is a follower of Jesus' teaching. And Jesus' teaching is absolutely clear, and I have no problem whatsoever in following that teaching.
All right. Well, we're grateful to you for coming and explaining that to us today. And if you win any seats, we'll have you back.
Oh, well, that's a promise. Well, we'll look forward to that then.
It was a promise. One I will keep.
Thank you very much.